Well, there you are. I have missed you guys. I know it has been pretty much most of the days gone by, and I know some of you are probably going, it's been kind of quiet. Where's what's his name? Well, what's his name is back. And for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Manny Vitale, the host of My Fight Our War and Manny Vitale's Wolfpack. And pretty much I've missed you guys. You know, and as stupid and as ridiculous, as silly as that sounds, it's the freaking truth. I mean, besides the cabin fever, besides sitting here with being laid up, um, yeah, I'm sitting here doing my thing. Getting my exercises in and going over Facebook in general as far as the pages go, um, and just all the things that go on behind the scenes of doing this show, doing a podcast and stuff like that. Um, Getting the promos ready and stuff like that. And I realized that I don't know if you guys saw it earlier. I um, did attempt to go on and do a live earlier at the when I was seeing my dad getting ready to do the stations, and I forgot I actually had a dentist appointment as well. And It was all of you out there who are like, "Oh no, he's back. What can we do? What can we do? Let's see. Where's that voodoo doll? Make him stop talking." I know we'll get his gimbal stick and that thing, and I don't know what it was this time, but I went to start. Next thing you know, I'm looking, and my camera was possessed. It was right side up, upside down, sideways, back ways, up ways, down ways, and ways that I didn't even know that there were ways. And I actually wanted to pop on and go over just a real quick. This time, you know what? And I gotta get what I have to stop saying that shit. I'm gonna pop on here real quick, just for a real quick second here. I'm just gonna pop on here for a second. It's only gonna be quick show, quick video, and an hour and a half later. So I'm not even gonna bother saying that anymore. But earlier, I did want to jump on before going to the dentist because I talked to uh, someone very special to me, like my brother Jared Blaine from Blacklist Podcast, along with Brianna, and we were going over some things that he's got going on, and just something I'm extremely proud of for Jared. What he's doing. I mean, obviously with Jared and Brianna, what they do with their hard work with Blacklist Podcast is second to none. And I feel very honored and privileged not only to be able to watch their stuff and as a fan, as a friend, but to the bond that we've gotten in such a short amount of time to be able to call them, family, and him my brother, and her my broster. Um, the things he's doing as well, another passion of his, as you guys know by now, is music. And when it comes to talent, boy, I tell you what, and that's why I wanted to jump on because I, there's the only way to really say it and to advertise this and give it the full credit. The credit is due. Is not to listen to me. Is to go to iTunes and Jared Blaine and go to a single that he dropped, Hail Mary, and listen to it. And you'll see why I was so excited to get on here and to brag about my brother Jared. With all the hard work that they both put into their show, their podcast, the recovery to help so many people, and his other passion is well being music. And my stupid ass, the first time I heard it, he said, "Listen, brother, I got this. I want you to hear it." And I was just blown away. And so me and all my dipshittedness, if that's I just made up a word, after listening to it, Brad, Carmen, how you doing, man? Thank you guys for popping on here. I listened to the music and I immediately got back to him, and yeah, I felt like a fan who was meeting somebody that they admire, and it was just like, so I popped back with, "Is that you doing the singing and all that stuff?" Yeah, I actually did text that to him, and I think I still got it, so I could show you what an idiot I was. But I was just so overwhelmed with that man's talent and what he's done and what he's continued to do. So please, you know what? Go to iTunes. Don't take my word for it. Go to iTunes, check him out, Jared Blaney, Jared Blaine, and check out his single that he dropped, Hail Mary, and listen for yourself. Enough said. Here at one time and talk to him today. And his goal with the shit ton of stuff that they got going on is to hopefully, keyword hopefully, to drop at least a song per month. But things happen, and after you hear it, you'll know why I've been bragging on it so much. So that's what I wanted to do earlier before my phone got possessed on me and started going in circles like The Exorcist, and all that shit. So go to iTunes for less than a freaking buck. Support Jared. Support the people like Jared who are doing their best and busting their ass to do something they love. And check it out. Jared Blaine, Hail Mary. You will love it. But other than that, you guys think I kidding around about when I first popped on here saying just kind of hanging out and, missed you guys. And I told you how much I love doing this. And I do. I never realized that something that I could never, ever see myself doing. I could never see, years ago, like you always hear that. If you would have told me 10 years ago I'd be doing this, I would have said bullshit and blah, blah, blah. Well, the thing is, that is true with me because I could never have pictured me doing this. And not only doing it, but I absolutely love this. I absolutely love sitting in this studio. I absolutely love putting on this headset, looking into these bright ass lights, looking into that camera, talking to this mic, and having a conversation with all of you. It is just freaking mind blowing how absolutely much I love this. And Brad, how you doing? Thank you for popping on here too, man. I'm just hanging out, Brad. I was just hanging out, doing some of my exercises and got done. And I was going to just chill and watch some TV. And I'm like, hell no. I could either do that or what did I just get done saying? Blah, blah, blah about how much, go into the studio and chit chat with your family, man. So that's what I'm doing, Brad. I would rather sit here and talk with you guys and just give updates on things and maybe just cover certain issues. And again, kind of give updates on the one thing I have to remember, is like I said, being the new guy in this podcast world, is when we say or do things, whether it's an announcement, an advertisement, whatever it may be, it's not like you say it once and it's one and done. Well, I said it a week ago on my page. I put a post on there. Everyone saw it. No, and not everyone saw it. Not everyone read your post. Not everyone saw the video. So after talking to, I learn every day from people that are hosts of shows that I just admire so much for their passions and what they do. And yes, you've heard me say Brad McLeod from Sober's Cool, Dana Donna, and the list goes on and on for everyone else in between. And I'll watch their videos and I'll watch their live streams. And it just, I just like a sponge. I want to soak it up because I want to be better. I want to do the best I can. And like for me, the more I get into this, the possibilities that I'm seeing right now are just like freaking endless. And obviously, I started my Fight Our War with help as this amazing family with support passion, motivation, all those things that we have for each other. And that's why I started it. Uh, I didn't start it for to for to sit here and get accolades. I didn't sit here to try to get win a popularity contest. I did it because all my life up until then, I just talked a good game and did shit. That's the bottom line. And after all the blessings that I have been given between the shooting, the stabbing, the organ failure, the numerous times where I should not be here. Shut up. Last Saturday, after my surgery, I had a perforation. Something happened with after the surgery, and I started bleeding internally. And if it got out of hand, they said, they could have gone south real fast. So, if one thing I'm finding out real quick, as far as the deeper I get into this podcast world and the more I love it and the different things that you see and learn, is just like in life, people do things for their own reasons. Okay. No different when it comes to podcasts. What you see is anybody can do a show. Anybody can be a host on a podcast. Anyone can start one. And it could be basically on anything that you want. And that is a great thing about social media. I mean, there's many shit things about social media that we all know. And there's just like with every negative, there's 10 positive. With every 10 positives, there's 20 negatives. It's all what you make of it and what you do with it. For me, the more and the deeper I get involved in this, I see certain things and different angles and different this and different that. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with people's choices of what they want to do with their own life and their decisions. That's theirs and theirs alone, man. We don't have to like it. It's not ours to like or it's ours to like or dislike, but it's none of our freaking business. If we don't like it, don't watch it. If somebody wants to create a podcast on fishing, bam, you could do it. On sewing, on needlepoint, on on sports, entertainment, on anything at all. All you got to do is create a page like this guy did, and bam, all of a sudden start making some videos, get a banner, get a backdrop, start talking into a microphone, and hope people like you. And what I have found and what I've seen is, just like in life, you got people who are, some just awesome people who are doing absolutely incredible, amazing things to help others. When it comes to recovery, what with My Fight or War, my sole purpose with My Fight or War is just that, to help people in recovery with posts, with videos, with comments, with concerns, with anything and everything in between, to help anybody and everyone when it comes to dealing with recovery, when it comes to dealing with addiction, no matter what that addiction is, no matter what the problem is, and doing it without judgment. And that's that. That's why My Fight or War is here. As I stated when I first started this, seeing other platforms and all that you can do anything that you want. And as far as topics and all that goes, I started learning real quick how, just my life dealing with addiction, how freaking scary addiction and recovery is. And there's times where, people who are dealing with addiction, that first step, man, talk about scary, right? So as I got further and further into My Fight or War, I saw myself wanting to do more. To help My Fight or War be the best it can be and helping people and all that. But then I had to be very careful because I was letting my emotions and things that I wanted to do as I started to progress as a better person and doing different things. I wanted to share this and that and everything else in between. And, I've had people say, well, you've got a podcast, you've got a studio, man, jump on there. It's, you can do whatever you want. A lot of the things that I wanted to discuss and talk about were not related to recovery. They were not related to addiction and all that. And again, to which people were saying, so what? You are the creator of it. To which I said, exactly. And when I first started this, I had a few people that were jumping all over the page that were basically um, putting their positive posts and comments to help people. And they were getting all these people who were loving what they were saying. And they were very popular with other posts and with other family members. And next thing you know, they were starting to put in some of their own content. And then next, they were putting in some of their own personal things that they wanted to discuss and stuff that wasn't pertaining to addiction and recovery at all. And I'm just because I'm the new guy when it comes to podcasts, don't take me for a fool, please. Or please do, because I will enjoy um, what happens after that when things evolve to proving that I am not a fool. So when it comes to stuff like that, I put a stop to it real quick, and I just said, "Hey, listen, um, I appreciate all the people with the positive input and all that stuff. There's the man right there, Jared. I was just telling everyone about your amazing music, and Jared will be on the Wolfpack Pod. Yeah, and I swear I'm not drinking. Jared Blaine will be on Manny Vitale's Wolfpack this Saturday, 6 p.m., and we will be talking about this man's incredible passion. His music is absolutely incredible. We will be talking about Hail Mary. We will be talking about whatever else it is in this music career path that he has embarked on. And, well, my dumbass, I am not going to be chomping on this right now because it's his baby, it's his show that we are going to discuss this on again this Saturday 6 p.m. on Manny Vitale's Wolfpack, and I cannot wait, Jared, because you are one hell of a musician and your music needs to be heard, brother, and I cannot wait. So everybody, please chime in. In fact, that's on my list to do here this Saturday, the 29th, 6 p.m. Eastern, to hear us live and to just to hear his amazing music, and then to find out exactly what direction and other things that he has in store for us. So, my brother, I'm looking forward to it. Um, and you know what? Screw that. I was starting to get a little too deep into that crap. You know what? Screw that. This is not going to happen. The bottom line is, we all come in to do things for our own reasons. My reason for starting My Fighter War is to help everyone I could with that platform. My reason for starting Manny Vitale's Wolfpack is to take it further and expand on anything and everything that somebody may want to talk about, whether it's just a hobby, whether it's current events, it's sports, it's activities, it's hobbies, it's vacation sites, it's health and fitness, it's movie reviews, it's wondering how many times you could tell Manny to shut up in less than 30 seconds. Whatever it is that you want to talk about, that's going to be discussed on the Wolfpack, where the other platform is going to be for the addiction recovery. So bam, cover that real quick. So Jared, thank you for snapping me out of that freaking little pity party crap shit that I was just about to jump into. So what else we got going on? We got Big Head Chris Rivera. How you doing, brother? Speaking of which, I don't have the other list there, but Chris, you're coming up. I know at the end of July. Chris is going to be on the show telling his story over on the My Fight Our War podcast. Um, like I said, this Saturday, the 29th, on the Wolfpack will be Jared talking about his amazing music. Sunday, the 30th, on My Fight Our War, we are going to have the makeup show from Josh from Scar Nation. On Monday, Brandon Chantanea, the husband of the amazing Nicole, will be on Monday at 6 p.m. to share his amazing story again, and that will be on My Fight Our War. The following Thursday, I don't have the everything. I'm pretty sure it's 7 o'clock. Next Thursday, Chad Manson, you know him, will be popping on again on, believe it's going to be My Fight Our War to just kind of recap some things so we can catch up on that as well. So there's a little recap on some of the dates as well. But other than that, I just was, had me some dinner, and I figured, well, I was going to kind of call it a night. But before doing that, I wanted to say hi. And well, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that, man. Just like you, just like everyone out here that is jumping into this podcast world, I'm trying my best, and that's why I'm jumping all over and bugging Jared and bugging Donna and Dan and Brad and and Ty over at Scar Nation with her and anyone else that I could bug to try to get some input. I'm gonna keep doing it if it means making my content better. Anything that I could do to make this show a little bit better, a lot of bit better, then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep bugging you guys. Let's see what else we got going on. What is today? Still Tuesday. Oh, tomorrow I am actually going to be a guest on High Sobriety podcast at 8:30. We were going back and forth. Chris, I just saw that July 28th. So July 28th, make sure you put that down, folks, because on Sunday, July 28th at 6 o'clock, Chris Rivera, aka Big Head, will be on the show. So looking forward to that, Chris. I know it's been it's been in the works, man. Had some issues with good old Facebook, and not only did it the old Facebook bugs get them, get Chris, as far as we were having issues getting him connected. I was really, Donna and Dan from Hard Knocks, I had them scheduled to come on as guests, which anybody who is gracious enough to come on my show, come on My Fight Our War show, I am so grateful for you taking your time out to be on the show. It means everything to me. And for Dan and Donna, more or less gave me my start. They didn't have to give me a break, man, and put me on their show. I got Brad McLeod at Sober School and Dan and Donna from Hard Knocks. I mean, they are extremely well known in the podcast world and extremely well known in, as far as their professionalism, as far as hosts, and just trying to get on their show is just a privilege and an honor. And here I am, an old Detroit boy with, not having a clue what I'm doing, and heard my story and gave me a shot, gave me a chance. And next, as they say, the rest is history. So I owe them a lot. And I just see Jared has put the link up there for his music for the Hail Mary. So as you can see right there, man, please check it out. You will not be sorry, man. It's it's the link for iTunes. So as I said, first time I heard it, I was like, one of his fans, like, oh, Jerry, was that you? Was that you? Oh my God. So the next thing you know, you gotta sign one and send it to me, brother. And I'm not kidding about that. I'd love to actually have you do that if you wouldn't mind. So but other than that, let's see, Chris. I think Chris, if you heard it already. But Chris, thank you. And for everyone else out there, man, I'm telling you, and we're going to be blowing it up on Saturday. More about that, so Jared will be able to discuss more about his you know his plans, what he's doing, and where it's going. Which is, I can tell you right now, from what I heard. Well, I mean, we all know him, anyways. It's not like he's definitely a well-known name from the podcast world, along with Brianna, and now it's going to be very well known because of his incredible talent as a musician. See, he disappeared, gone. All right, absolutely. I, well, I tell you, you're the man, and I appreciate everything that you and Brianna have done. Your help and is appreciated, and um, we all have goals that we set for ourselves, and I set myself a bunch of goals starting out in this podcast world, and I am not going to stop till I hit them, and I will freaking hit them, and I will hit them with not giving up, and I will do them with persistence and determination, and a lot of bothering you and everyone else for help, and taking advantage of all of that help and opportunities from learning from you guys. So I'm looking forward to this journey, man. It's something that me and you, Jared, talked about when you guys were here, when you were doing Larry Bagby's show or his red carpet, and we were talking about podcasts and getting into it and doing it, and how again, anyone can do it. All you need is a tripod and a phone. And then if you want to get high tech like I did, get a circle light, which I didn't know what a circle light was. That's how green I was, and actually still am. But you know what? I'm just running with it. And but you know what? We I don't know if you remember, Jared. We were talking about, sure, anyone could do it, but it depends on what level you want to take it to. Anyone can start a podcast. Anyone could do a video. Anyone could do a live stream. But is that all you want to do, is just do one? Or do you want it to be the best, that people have seen? Do you want to just be all right? Do you want to be average? Or do you want to be freaking outstanding? Do you want to be that one where they see your show, where they see your video, and they say, man, did you see that? Or, did you see or better yet, in conversation, all of a sudden hear someone talk about you. I mean, you talk about an honor, man, and that's what I want. So, and I don't care. People say, "Oh man, you're getting all narcissistic." No, I'm not. Since when is it bad to set goals and aim high? Who in the hell wants to do this? Yeah, you know what? Hey Jared, you know what I want to do as far as a podcast? I want to be the best so host that I could be. I want to be just as freaking average as they come. I want to be able to get all the way up to the bottom rung of that ladder. That's what I want to be. Screw that. As me and Brad and Dan, we're all joking around about, you know what? There's plenty of room at the top of the mountain. And you know why? Because that's where I'm aiming. That's where we should all aim. If we're not aiming at the top, first of all, set our goals high. If you're not going to set them high, why aim? Just freaking shoot that arrow wherever it goes, man. Just wing it if you don't care. And if you're doing this just for something like that, there's nothing wrong with that either. But, as for me, if you're going to put your heart and soul into it, why sit there and bullshit someone and do the humble thing? Well, I'll just do my best. And if that means just being average, then I'm okay with that. Well, you know what? Is that true, Manny? Fuck no. No. I want people to see my show and say, damn, that dude was badass. That was one of the best shows I've ever seen. And then when they do interview me someday talking about that, I'm going to say, you know why? Because I learned from Jared. You know why? Because I learned from Brianna, and I learned from Dan and Donna, and I learned from Brad, and I listened to them, and they helped me. That's the best appreciation that I could show, is by succeeding and acknowledging the people who have helped you. And those are my goals. So there. And what else we got happening? Now I could just see it right now. People, I could, just like we said, Jared, you got people love to hate. So right now you're going to have the people that are jumping right off of this, saying, "Yeah, did you see that asshole? Man, he thinks he's better than everyone else. So he said that he's this, and of course, all the things that I did not say." Well, so you know what? It's all good, man, because we are what we surround ourselves with, and if that's the case, which it is, man, I'm in heaven because I am surrounding myself with with amazing people, and truly blessed to be in the situation that I'm in, and to take it to levels that I never really dreamed about that would be possible for someone like me. Being, you think that when I first started doing this, I was like, I don't have any experience. Well, guess what? Either did other people when they just started doing things. They all had to have a first show. They all had to have their first live stream. They all had to have their first screw up. And you live, learn, and you move on. So that's what we're going to be doing. And it's going to be a hell of a ride. And I am looking forward to every single bump, twist, turn, that comes our way. And yeah, it's going to be a ride, man. But other than that, Vincent, what is going on, brother? Let's see, anyone. You know what the thing is, too, man. Without the OG in the house here, I keep forgetting. With her working the board and the comments and all that. Um, yeah, I get so caught up in just rambling. Sometimes you know, I always like to joke around about my focus and how when I do get into something, though, like especially if there's a guest on or if I'm really into something that is extremely intense, I'm like, and the last thing I'm doing is like, oh, and stop right in the middle of what I'm saying and then go over here because I keep forgetting. So please, I don't want you guys to think that I'm forgetting about comments or anything like that because I'm not. It's just you get on this roll and all of a sudden I look over and it's like, oh, that's right. There's people out there that are, you know, throwing some comments in there as well. So to all of you, man, I really do appreciate popping on when you see the old live come on. I said it before too that it really, the things that make me happy these days um, are just the little things that in life that that you hear that sounds so phony. Like oh, okay. Remember this. What makes you happy? The sound of the wind, waves rushing up the shore, and all this stuff. Well, the thing is, it's actually true, man. Just the feeling the fresh, feeling the breeze, hearing birds singing, man, hearing kids at the, sometimes like when you're out somewhere, like some of the parks where I go to watch sunrise, um, and you hear these kids playing, all these little insignificant things are these things that I could have just give a shit about in my past. Now those little things just light up my day. Um, Other things, sunrise. I absolutely love being down. I'm very fortunate and blessed where I'm at to be close to the water. We here in Michigan, down by Lake St. Clair, and not only do I enjoy the sunrise, but I love being there. Um, I want to be there when it's still dark. I love to get down to sunrise when it's a half hour or so, 45 minutes of still darkness. And all of a sudden you see that transition of the darkness and you see that light starting to come and you can see the horizon. And then all of a sudden you hear some birds chirping and all that stuff. And it's like life is waking up again and you're hearing this and you're part of it. Instead of just getting home at that time, instead of just rolling in from a 4-day bender, just appreciating every single moment that we have been blessed with is just things that I will never ever take for granted again. And it's a beautiful thing. So what sounded in the past like nothing but silly, kind of make fun of the little punk ass guy, make, oh, I love this. It's so true. It is so freaking true. And I look forward to it every day. So that's that. What else we got going on? So oh god, there's a couple things going on that with, again, I got to change the background on this here because with that white background and the white everything, it's kind of hard to read them. But what else happening, folks? Oh, as far as the schedule for the My Fighter War, of course, for if you want to come on and do what I did, do what a lot of other people did, which was tell their stories as far as their testimonials and share, which is a lot of time very personal, very painful things that we share. And we do it to help so many others. But doing so, man, it opens a lot of wounds. And as you guys know, pretty much 99.9% of the things I do are all live. And you know, I don't know if it's just because uh, that way I don't have to worry about pushing more buttons to try to record and try to do that. That way I just hit one button live and I just go for it. And people say, well, what if you say something wrong? I'm like, what if I say something wrong? Have you not seen my shows? I pretty much say something wrong every time I open my mouth. But you know what? That's the fun of what I do. And I enjoy the hell out of it. I've had people say stuff like they've seen some of the shows that I do and they get very intense, like a lot of them do. And they'll show parts where we're discussing things and the whole gamut of emotions. You'll see, well, we might be discussing something so damn funny and I'm laughing my ass off to the point where I'm in tears because I'm laughing so hard. It's because I'm happy. And like I was talking to this individual about it and then flip flop that because there were some other issues that were being talked about that were extremely painful, extremely hurtful. And yeah, man, I was crying like a sissy. And he's like, Manny, you could have stopped that and edited it out and do it. Why would I do that? Why? It's called life and emotions and feelings that we all have. And it's taken me 58 years to figure out that I actually have them. The last thing I'm going to do is edit them. Not going to happen. So, so for that, you guys are stuck with live shows from me. So we'll just go from there. And there's Jen. Jen, I'm so sorry about the Edmonton Oilers, but for every good thing and every bad thing that happens in life, I just think if, good thing you didn't take a bet or something, like if the Oilers lost or Panthers won or something like that. Either way, my sympathies to the Edmonton Oilers because Jen is our Canadian beautiful girl who was rooting on the Edmonton Oilers, who unfortunately for the Canadian fans out there lost. But like I said, for every negative, there's a positive, and I'll just leave it at that. Um, Cassie, Cassie, how are you? Cassie, I've seen your posts and you've got a shit ton going on, and thank you for taking the time and doing all you do for us and your positivity and your with all the people you're helping. So Cassie, thank you. And I just noticed my cousin Anthony, my cousin Tony from Arizona. How you doing, cousin? I love you, man. I hope your thumb is getting better. For those of you, I'm sure you know by now, Anthony Vitale is my cousin Tony, who lives in Arizona. And unfortunately, he was involved in an accident. And thank God he's okay. It could have been a hell of a lot worse, but unfortunately, he did suffer an injury to his thumb and is undergoing some issues. So, my thoughts and prayers are with you, cuz. And I will see you when you are here. And I'm looking forward to seeing you, brother. I love you. So, we'll take care of that. Getting better every day. Well, of course, you're Vitale. You're tough. You're badass. But hopping back up there again to Jen, you let me know if you need anything or if I can help out in any way for our Canadian folks over there. If you need anything, I'm here for you. Eh? So let's see what else we got. Cassie, big love. Exactly, Cassie. Thank God he's okay. Because I tell you what a great guy, man. Just like all of you guys, when we are doing these shows, um, and it's very heartwarming too because I a lot of times don't know when I'm going to do them. I'll be walking by to go to the kitchen, and instead of going left, I go right, and I put the headset on and I hit live, and next thing you know, I'm in here yapping away when I went to go and make something to eat for dinner. So there's really not a whole lot of uh, forethought that goes into it. As far as because I've had people say, Manny, why don't you can, make a post that, hey, listen, going live tonight at 8 o'clock. Yeah. But you know what? It's 6 o'clock and I was on my way to the bathroom, but instead of doing that, I decided to go live instead of that and doing that as well. So there, I've never been one to color inside the lines or follow the rules and all that good stuff, which has got me in some of the stuff that in my previous wild days. But let's see what else we got going on here. I did mention tomorrow is Wednesday. I will be a guest on High Sobriety on their show tomorrow at 8:30. And then the fun starts because from then, again, Saturday, Sunday, Monday shows. Next Thursday, Chad's going to be on Matson shows as well. And I don't have the other seat for the other shows. But also, I would really, really, I'm trying to get the Manny Vitale Wolfpack shows going as well. And that, of course, is the one, like I was saying, where we can pretty much go after and talk about anything and everything. So, you know what, folks, if there's something on your mind, and the thing that bothers me is I've had people reach out to me on Messenger saying, hey, listen, man, appreciate what you do and all that, but is there any way we could discuss this on My Fight or War? Because I really want to talk about this, and it's not pertaining to anything to do with recovery, and it's branching off in different directions altogether. But it's something that really, the way I look at it is if it's something that's bothering someone that much, then it's something that deserves to be heard, man. We all have voices, and each one of our voices deserves to be heard. I don't care who you are, what position you hold in life, what position you hold at work. I'm not going to sit there and say, well, you do what for a living? What do you do? Oh, I'm sorry. We can't do that. Yeah. No. You're not going to be on this show. Fuck that, man. No. If there's something that needs to be discussed, I want to talk about it. You know what? That was weird as hell. The camera's right there. I got a monitor and I got lights and lights and lights, and I've got the camera right there that I'm supposed to be looking at. Because when I first started doing this podcast thing, I've got the monitor, which has me on it. So when I started doing this, I was sitting here looking at me on the monitor, which meant now the cameras, you know what, there's no point in this. But anyways, I was looking everywhere but where I should have been. So I'll get the hang of this podcast shit one day, folks. Just bear with me. Don't give up on me, man. Oh, Tammy, I rock. Yes, I freaking rock. Damn it. Jen, what you got going on? I cannot see if that's my freaking eyes are, I got these USA eyes. I don't have those Canadian eyes, but let's see. I know what I can do. It's not like we're on live stream podcast right now, right? I mean, who's watching? Anyways, actually, how come I'm not on? What do we got going on here? Oh, I got audio. I'm gonna get. I don't know what it's called, but just wanted to make sure that is still going too, because I noticed when I happened to look up, it's flashing back and forth there. It was flat. You're laughing at me. Well, that's always positive, huh? But I sit here every now and then, and sometimes it'll say you lost connection and all that. And I swear it's you guys over there pulling plugs and shit. We'll get them to shut up. We'll get them to shut up. And that actually happened with my Wonder Dog Susie, as you guys know. You know, Wonder Dog Susie. I was sitting here one time and I was, believe it or not, just rambling away. And all of a sudden I looked, and actually I was looking at the camera, but all over to my right, I saw the monitor and I saw the picture of me in here, and the whole thing was shaking. It was like we're having a freaking earthquake. So I'm like, why is the monitor shaking? Oh, that's right. Well, that would be the camera's moving. So I look back at the camera, and all of a sudden I see the camera shaking. Like, what the? And then I look and I see the wires pulling, and I look underneath, and Wonder Dog Susie had a hold of the wires from the camera and was like pulling on the wires, trying to pull the freaking camera over. So that's pretty bad when you guys can somehow control my Wonder Dog Susie. And it's like, okay, enough's enough. He won't shut up. Susie, Wonder Dog, please pull the plug on the camera. And then another time I was sitting here and just like this, rambling about everything and rambling about nothing. And all of a sudden I feel my headset like pulling. Like, okay, kind of weird, right? Home alone. This is happening. I look down. There's Wonder Dog Susie has a hold of my headset. She's like, yeah, you know what? See, that's what you guys are watching right now. You're watching a dude sit here talking about his Wonder Dog, which is really a cat, which is not a cat. It's a dog. It's my DAWG. And for those of you who have seen Wonder Dog Susie, she is, she's got, as I've said, she's got her COVID weight still. She's working on it. She's, but she's doing well and she's happy. And yeah, life is good. So just remember that, folks. Where else could you go? What other podcast could you go to right now and hear some of the crazy shit that you've heard as me hosting and doing some of the stuff? And most of the time when I don't even have a freaking guest on. I mean, there was times when I've, let's see. Oh, yeah, it brings up some good memories here. My last back surgery, when we were talking about that and people were asking about it, and someone said, well, does that bother your stomach? How's that doing with your stomach? And then someone was very kind and asked if I was constipated, to which I fired back, well, I know I'm not, because I'm on stool softeners. Huh? Yeah, it's nothing's off limits, man. You want to talk stool softeners? I'll talk stool softeners. You want to talk Stanley Cup playoffs? I'll talk Stanley Cup playoffs. You want to talk about what happens when you lose a bet with the Stanley Cup playoffs? I will be more than happy to talk about that too. Talk about that here. We can talk about it on social media. We can talk about it in person. We can talk about it any way you want. Oh man, I love you guys. And now you know when I say that that I love you guys, that I'm not just talking out of my ass. That this right here, as silly as it sounds, the feedback that I have gotten from people is so it's very special to me, because in my past, the people that have known me back in my let's just say much crazier days, let's just say when you describe me, it wouldn't have been someone that, oh, he is such a nice guy, he is so funny, I love watching him and listening. That's not what you would have heard about me. But then again, our past and what we were, what we are, it's things change, people change. And I always like to say that I'm still the same person, but I haven't changed, but my goals have changed, and the things that I hold, my values have changed. And that being said, I still love to have a freaking great time. I still love to have fun. And my idea of fun now would be doing on a Friday night, shit, on any day that ended in Y in the past was party go crazy as can be night. Now it's hanging out with you guys. And whether it's talking about the Stanley Cup playoffs and bets, whether it's talking about stool softeners, music, entertainment, um, life in general, just to be able to be in a position where actually someone actually is willing to sit there and listen and converse back and forth like this. It's a great feeling, and to know that I can be part of that, it makes it all that much better. I swear to God, I want to burp so bad into this freaking this microphone right now. If I did, I think I'd blow it over. Oh, but there. Now we're talking belching. Now let's just throw some farting in, and we are good to go, folks. Anyone want to talk about their gas problems? Come on, I'm here all night. Well, maybe not. You guys get Wonder Dog Susie to unplug my mic. All right. Oh, oh, that felt good. Oh. See, that's you guys in the voodoo doll getting me, isn't it? Damn it. All right. Oh, Jen, you're actually still watching. Actually, you know what, Jen? You talking about what amazing things people do. What you do with your awesome your dogs and taking them to the nursing centers and stuff. Jen, our friend from Canada, she is an amazing person, and she's got these awesome dogs that she takes, and she takes these dogs, and it just the happiness that brings to the seniors and everything else that she does is such a huge the smile on their face is incredible. So Jen, thank you so much for what you do as well, helping with people, and you definitely make a big difference in the world. Some of these people, when they get to be that age, and as we know, our seniors, sometimes our seniors, we have no problem freaking just, you know what, they're in a nursing home, and that's the end of it. Well, people like Jen don't let that happen, because her and her beautiful, it's a Great Dane. You got a couple others there as well that she takes on her time, and they are caregivers, man, and they go in there, and the smile on these people's faces. So again, Jen, thank you so much for what you do. You're making a huge difference in these people's lives, especially at this time in their lives where sometimes they feel forgotten. You are there for them. So thank you for what you do. What else? OG is in the house. My voice sounds good. Oh, great. OG's drink. OG is now jinxing me. So actually, it was a lot worse earlier. So I figured I'd wing it and come on here, and the voice is coming and going, and so I'm just going to play it by ear. Don, how you doing? Thank you for coming on, Don. And let's see what else. I know I'm missing people, and I apologize for that. But see, OG, you're slacking. OG's at home doing, her. I keep thinking today's Friday for some reason, man. Oh, that's right, because I'm not working. Well, that's right. You guys got to work tomorrow. And you guys are like, yeah, we didn't have our back cut open. Oh, folks, if I ever, if I can somehow find a way to actually make a living out of doing this right here, then oh my God, I mean, you guys are in for it. Can you imagine holy shit, I almost said, can you imagine if you actually turned on an hour-long segment, an hour-long show, and you were stuck with this? And I just realized we're closing in on an hour. I've been yapping away and still going strong. Stanley Cup are pretty awesome. Yeah, cousin, they were pretty good until last night, but That's all right, man. It was a good game. It brought back a lot of good memories, cousin. I remember you coming to watch me play back when I was in my younger days. I mean, hockey was my passion, man. That was something that I just the feeling, and it was so funny watching these games, man. Seeing the interviews of these players and just hearing their stories. I mean, I played all the way through past college into juniors, and man, the camaraderie being in the locker room with these boys. You're sitting next to each other and you're hurting, and you know the guy next to you is hurting just as bad, if not more. And you look over, and also you look in the mirror, and and I'm cut open, and I look over, and my teammate, he's cut worse than me. And what do? We get up and we get back out there. Oh, oh, it was just a beautiful feeling. The love, and I think that's another reason, man. Like the stuff I've been so that means so much to me is this camaraderie. Is means everything to me. The brotherhood, family means everything to me. With the police department, you got that brotherhood. Working EMS, the brotherhood. Even with the Detroit Highwaymen, I've always been attracted to that. You know, I got your back, you got mine. And that's something that I've always believed in, and I've always taken a lot of pride in letting that person know I'm here, and you don't have to worry about counting on me not being here, because I will be. And unfortunately, for certain years of my life, those blurred years that I'll never get back, I wasn't there at times. And that's something that I will not ever let happen again. So now, as I've said, just like with my fight or war, just like I've said with the Wolf Pack, we are family. We are a family. We are a wolf. We are a pack. Just like I put on there, join our pack. You'll never be alone. Um, I know as far as me, I will always stand there with you. I will not, be in front of you, behind you. I will be right next to you. You lean on me, I lean on you. That's what this life's about. And that being said, OG, I am sore, and no, I am fine. OG, I take that back. I am good. And I'm closing in on that hour mark. So that means it's time to call it a night, because I got to get up early and I got to go to the gym. So that's on the agenda. So I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming on tonight and just popping on and taking part of this madness and sharing a laugh, um, just anything, a hello, just being part of this. I love it. And Don, you have a great night, and we will see you again soon. And I will be on tomorrow again, but I'm not sure with High Sobriety if it's live or if it's recorded. But so I will be on with them tomorrow at 8:30. So if it is live, man, pop on tomorrow and check. I will be taking on the role of a guest instead of the host, and so I think I'm pretty much caught up on there. Mm, All right. Well, from everyone that's chimed in over here in the States, and of course to over there in Canada, have a great night, and love you guys. And I will be chatting with you real soon, man. Love you.